And you look at how much the culture has like been degraded, and it's not a coincidence that like as the state expands, your culture gets more destroyed. And if you look at it through every inch of it, right, like through even the creation of, say, like Social Security, it's like, okay, well, without Social Security, what used to be the retirement plan? Well, the retirement plan used to be your kids would take care of you. So you're just like incentivizing people to take really good care of their kids so that their kids then want to take care of them. Before the rise of the welfare state, what was the welfare state? It was your local community. It was your local church. It's like there's all of these incentives to kind of like, we build communities for a reason, because there's natural incentives for us to all work together and kind of like be interdependent. And then the state comes in at every turn. It like undermines like all of those cultural norms and like incentivizes you to be dependent on the state. And it's horrible.
How, where are the politicians campaigning on just say like ending the income tax?
Yeah. I mean, it was unbelievable to me that I was screaming at the top of my lungs for as many people who could hear this, but even during the whole, like, during all the COVID insanity, they're like, hey, we want to figure out how to get, it's so funny to watch the federal government say, we're trying to figure out how to get aid to the American people who we rob half their income from. Like, how about 3 years of we're pausing the income tax, you know, a tax holiday for 3 years, but something like that. And why no one would be, you know, talking about this thing that is the biggest bill for so many families around the country. It's but think about this. They did the stimulus, they did the extended unemployment plus the stimulus because of COVID. And the complaint from a lot of people was that Democrats are basically bribing voters, saying, vote for me and I'm going to give you money. Okay, so why don't Republicans just be like, we'll get rid of the income tax? Yep. Libertarians, I mean, obviously, but, you know, conservatives should be campaigning on that. They get every vote. If Donald Trump came out and said, please, you don't like me, I know, but I'm going to abolish taxes on you so you'll have a lot of free money, then Democrats might be like, oh, I hate Trump, I'm going to vote for that guy. Well, tax cuts do tend to be popular. I think that, you know, the issue that people have with it is that if in order to do something like that, people would recognize that there'd have to be drastic cuts in spending along with it, because our government just spends so much damn money. And so nobody wants to touch that, including every Republican president of my lifetime, including Donald Trump. Trump should do it. Yeah, I agree with you. Donald Trump. Look, Trump needs to do a campaign video where he's like wearing the cloak and then there's like fires behind him and he's like, I am shutting down the Federal Reserve, the income tax, vengeance will be mine. I'd be like, I'm voting for that guy. Well, it's just the most insane. I mean, I love, this is a Scott Horton's analogy, not mine. So shout out to the great Scott Horton. The great. So he always says this, which is just, when you really think about just how insane the income tax and the IRS are, especially in a professed capitalist country. But he would go, imagine the Soviet Union invaded and conquered the United States of America. So we're a free country, and the Soviet Union invades and conquers us. We never had anything like the IRS before. And then they come in and they say, we are creating the USS IRS. It is now a crime to produce something. It's a crime to make money in this country. And the punishment for the crime is a fee. And the more you produce, the higher your fee goes. And we've repealed the Fifth Amendment. You no longer have a right to not incriminate yourself. You must incriminate yourself every single year to the government, who will then assess how much you've produced, and therefore what your punishment should be, how high your fee is. And if you lie when you're incriminating yourself, we will throw you in jail. And if we decide that you've miscalculated, we'll go back 20 years and just absolutely destroy you. Like, if that was the case, it would be so obvious to all of us what happened. You went, oh, we were conquered and now we live under totalitarianism. There was a period. Yet our own government does it to us, and people are just kind of like, well, this is a government department.